Okay. All you smart fans out there, all you fantasy bookers, all you people who are so mad and incensed you can't stand the fact that it's going to be AJ Styles and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania this year, all you people who are just hoping and wishing and praying for some magical alternative to fall from the sky, y'all need to slow your roll. Ever since what happened on SmackDown last week and my comments about it on Who Wore It Better, I have been inundated with comments on social media, all basically saying the same thing. They're saying,
Brian, there's still a chance that Kurt Angle or Shinsuke Nakamura could fight AJ Styles instead.
According to who? How do you figure?
When Shane said that he had an opponent, he never said who it was going to be. So maybe, just maybe, Shane's going to announce that one of them are Styles' opponent on SmackDown.
Well, why would they do that?
Because it would be a good match?
Okay. No one denies that a match with AJ Styles against either of those guys would be amazing. No one's questioning that it would be a good match. But I'm going to bring you back down to reality and say if it does happen at all, it ain't happening on April 2nd. First of all, Shane McMahon's entire character is that he's a tough guy who fights his own battles. It wasn't always that way, but as a babyface, he always fights for himself. Throwing a proxy in the ring to fight AJ for him would be a tremendous dick move and would only further validate Styles, who's supposed to be the heel. Second of all, there have been no confirmations or reports from anywhere that Kurt Angle is going to wrestle at all, let alone at WrestleMania. I think by now the secret would be out. And besides, if he is going to wrestle, if you think Angle's going to come back for a big return match with AJ Styles at the biggest show of the year on less than 2 weeks build, you're insane. Third, Shinsuke Nakamura, the other fantasy option here, is currently in a rivalry with Bobby Roode that's probably going to culminate at TakeOver. For the sake of continuity and to not totally kill NXT's main event feud before it finishes up, it would be ludicrous for them to bring up Nakamura as a replacement for Shane at this point.
Wait, Brian, just wait. What if Shinsuke loses a TakeOver, then makes a surprise debut the next night to fight AJ Styles at Mania?
It can happen.
Okay, short term, sure, the smarks would pop, they'd cream their jeans, and the internet would break. But for long-term business, that would be devastating. Think of it this way. Have you ever heard of any major star make a surprise return or debut at WrestleMania? It's just never happened. Nothing would be gained from something like that. To put Shinsuke out there fighting AJ with absolutely zero build, WWE would be pissing money away. That's a match that needs to be built up. There are some people out there who argue that the build for Shinsuke's debut match with Sami Zayn last year was lackluster because he wasn't on TV. But at least he was still acknowledged. That's a far different scenario than just showing up unannounced at the last minute. Fourth, this is the exact same conversation we had last year. Remember when Shane McMahon came back from years of being away the day after Fastlane and was put in a match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 in a Hell in a Cell match? Sure, there was no rhyme or reason to it, but at the end of the day, it still happened. This in spite of people spinning the wheels in their heads for weeks about how John Cena or Finn Balor or some other more qualified person could take Shane's place because Shane isn't a wrestler. And you're right, Shane isn't a wrestler. But he is an attraction. Like it or not, Shane McMahon is considered a special attraction because of what he accomplished during the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras. In the late 90s, he busted his ass to get better in the ring and hang with guys like X-Pac, The Rock, Kane, and others. Over the years, he's done some stuff in matches that some of the toughest guys wouldn't touch. In Vince McMahon's mind, people will pay to see Shane fight at WrestleMania because of what he represents to casual fans. And that's just the thing. See, if the last couple of Mania cards have taught us anything, it's that WrestleMania, it's not for us anymore. It's not for the hardcore fans or the smart marks. It's for the casual fans the company's trying to hook in. No one's denying that Nakamura Styles or Angle Styles are WrestleMania worthy matches, but to shoehorn them into the show with so little time left would kill any long-term business and money they can make further down the line. Shane versus AJ has been penciled in for months up to this point. The story has built toward this for weeks. Unless the crowd totally shits on this concept like Randy Orton Batista at WrestleMania 30, which I doubt they're going to do, there's no way they're changing course now. Look, I understand that fans are upset. I know there's people out there who feel that Shane McMahon is just not big enough or not worthy enough of an opponent for AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I get that. And I understand there's some people out there who fantasize about Angle or Nakamura as replacements for Shane, and they're doing just that. They're fantasizing. They're daydreaming. Deep down, they know the truth and they're just daydreaming. I accept that too. But for the people who truly believe this is a viable option for WrestleMania, I'm sorry, it just ain't happening. I've been wrong on this show before, okay? I've been wrong about Shane before at WrestleMania last year. I'm willing to admit that. And if I'm wrong about this one, I'll come back and I'll apologize profusely to those who I disagree with. But it just ain't happening. happening. But I'll leave you with a small piece of comfort, folks. Styles is going to work his ass off to make Shane look good, and Shane's going to jump off of one, maybe even two tall things throughout the course of the match. No matter which way you slice it, this match is going to be an enjoyable one to watch. It has to be better than Goldberg-Lesnar, right? And at the end of the day, having an enjoyable experience watching a match at WrestleMania, isn't that all we can really ask for? Think about that, my friends. But for now, I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.